If only you could see the mess that's around me right now, you would actually cry. Hello everyone, it's Rebecca here, and today I'm bringing a book haul. It's been a while, what can I say? This isn't even all of the books, this is just the ones that I have grabbed from my shelves because they were all piled everywhere, so they're now just going to be piled on my floor instead. For example, just to show you, without showing you all of the mess, that gap under my arm there, it's all books I need to share with you. So without further ado, we're just gonna get into it. So the majority of these books are brand new. Some of them are secondhand from good old barter books. So excited for some of these, and the fact that I've had them as long as I've had them and not picked them up yet is absolutely disgusting, but story of my life. So we're just gonna kick it off with the one that was on my knee, and that is the second book in the Princess Protectorate series, is that right? By Gail Carriger. This is Changeless, the first one is Soulless. I picked this one up in a charity shop because I knew that if I read the first one and enjoyed it, getting the second one would be like gold dust. Parasol Protectorate, not the Princess Protectorate. I don't know where I got princess from. Princess Protection Program. The Disney film with Selena Gomez and Demi Lovato. That's what I was thinking of. I'm an idiot. This one is the second in a historical fantasy series, and I still haven't read the first one. Surprise, surprise. So some of these might have already featured in my thrift store vlog where I did haul some of them. I will leave a link to that somewhere. Probably not, let's be real here. But they're just mixed in, so it's happening. The next one I have here is The Beholder by Anna Bright. This one is actually in perfect nick. Got the light pink edges. It was supposed to cost £12.60 in good old barter books. Because I have way too much credit, it was nothing. It's signed by the author, it's got the Fairy Loot stamp in the corner. It makes me very happy that I managed to find a Fairy Loot book, and the pink sprayed edges, I was like, I'm grabbing that. Normally when it's sprayed edges, it means it's some sort of special edition. So this one follows a young princess named Sela, who knows her only purpose in life is to be betrothed, basically wed someone. However, her very public proposal ends in rejection and embarrassment, and her stepmother proposes an idea. You get on this boat, you sail away, you find a husband, or you don't come back at all. So I believe we're following this princess as she travels across the seas to find herself a husband or a suitor, and I feel like that is already a hint at the stepmother being a wicked kind of stepmother. I don't know if this is a sort of Cinderella kind of retelling situation, I do not know. But yes, I knew that when it was Fairy Loot, I just had to snap it up because they're so few and far between in my little corner of the northeast of England. So few and far between. So yes, other than obviously me hoarding all of the Illumicrate books, you can see them scattered on my shelves, this next one is also one of those. However, it has really nice sprayed edges and a very shiny cover, and that is Blood Heir by Amelia Wenzow. This one, I heard a lot of buzz about it, and the buzz very quickly died down as more people were reading it, so I don't know how this is going to pan out. The back of it made me feel very gripped and made me want to read it. Her affinity stirred, drawn by the warm pulse of his blood rushing through her and filling her with a sense of power. At her will, every drop of blood in his body could be hers to command. I feel like there's vampires and elemental magic and blood magic, clearly. That's going to be a lot in this book. That's a lot to take in. It's signed by the author because it's Illumicrate, affinities. That's what it is, blood affinities. Excited just by that on the back. I literally read that and I was like, I need to read it. Surprise, surprise, I haven't. Story of my life. So next up is a set of graphic novels. For some reason, these were also in barter books, and for some reason, somebody didn't give one of the volumes. So I have Rat Queens Volume 1, Rat Queens Volume 2, and you guessed it, Rat Queens Volume 4. Where is 3? I don't understand. It's difficult, okay, because as somebody who does not enjoy graphic novels, you're probably thinking, Rebecca, we know you don't enjoy graphic novels, so why the hell have you picked them up? And the other part of me is like, that was 3 graphic novels that I've never seen in physical form before by Image, who do really good graphic novel series. Pick them up, you idiot. So I did. 100% certain what they follow, but like I said, they're an absolute steal, and I have been considering doing a graphic novel slash manga little reading challenge for myself, because I also have some other manga elsewhere in the house that I need to haul, which I haven't because story of my life. But anyway, These are the first 2 and the 4th volume of Rat Queen, so if I do enjoy the first 2 volumes, I can just pick up the 3rd online through Amazon. Okay, so next up is, surprise, another second in a series, and that is Caliban's War by James S.A. Corey. First one being Leviathan Wakes, and this one is the Expanse series. Now, the Expanse series spans at least 9 books as far as I'm aware at the moment, and it just keeps growing. Brilliant. There's literally one break on the spine, you can't even see it. It's absolutely perfect condition. I couldn't not say no. So this next one I'm very excited to get to because I've read one book by this author before and really enjoyed it, and this is their YA, I believe, and I was like, on is it middle grade? I think it's their middle grade. Anyway, that is City of Ghosts by V.E. Schwab. This one follows a young girl whose parents actually host a TV show, like a haunted house kind of TV show, a little bit like that one that was on ITV where they basically go hunt for ghosts, and she kind of tags along with them but then actually starts seeing ghosts herself. It's middle grade slash really young YA, so I was like, I'm gonna have to pick it up, I'm gonna have to see what all the fuss is about. It was second hand, I got it for literally postage, so I'm not complaining. Next up is one that has been featured on my Instagram, and that is The Wren Hunt by Mary Watson. Look at that cover, it's just so stunning. Like, look at it, even the back is beautiful. Just a lot of thought and effort went into this cover. Thank you, Bloomsbury, it is bloody beautiful. So this one follows Wren, who is chased through the forest every year, hence the name The Wren Hunt. Because I believe she has powers or she doesn't have powers and the people chasing her do or don't. That's very ambiguous, I'm aware. She's chased through the forest every winter in a warped version of a childhood game. The boys who hunt her are judges, powerful and frightening pursuers who know nothing of her true identity. If they knew she was an ogre, their sworn enemy, the game would turn deadly. However, she's on the hunt as well, sent as an intern undercover in her enemy headquarters because her family's survival rests on a secret that she obviously has to uncover. So I'm very intrigued by this. This one, I don't think it got that much buzz elsewhere other than the UK. So I've heard very few people talk about this one, but look at it, it's so shiny. Next up is one of those things where I go, I have a book by that author, everybody loves that author, I'm buying it. So this one is Recursion by Blake Crouch. I already have Dark Matter. No, I haven't read it yet. Yes, I picked it up because it matches the cover of Dark Matter that I have. So at first it looks like a disease, an epidemic that spreads through no known means, driving its victims mad with memories of a life they never lived. Force that's sweeping the world as no pathogen. That's just the first shockwave, unleashed by a stunning discovery, and what's in jeopardy is not just our minds. In New York City, Detective Barry Sutton, love the name, is closing in on the truth, and in a remote laboratory, neuroscientist Helena Smith is unaware that she alone holds the key to this mystery and the tools for fighting back. Together they will have to confront their enemy before they and the world are trapped in a loop of ever-growing chaos. Wow, that's much more dramatic than I thought. I don't know what it is about me lately, but things with like pathogens and stuff in, I'm like, need to read it. I think it's with everything going on in the world right now. I don't know. This one is the other one in the 2 for £8. It's a C.J. Sansom book. Now, C.J. Sansom wrote in Madrid and what's the one called? Dominion. And they are both chunkers too, and no, I have not read them. I know they're both war fiction, like spy war fiction, so I thought I'd go down his other historical fiction route and go towards the Tudor times, I believe. Can't do the historical math in my head. That is Tomeland by C.J. Sansom. This one is a detective series set, as I said, in the Tudor era. So this is 2 years after Henry VIII's death, and England is sliding into chaos. Matthew Shardlake, so this is the Shardlake series. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th book in the series. However, you can read them as standalones. I have googled it, you can, it's not advised. However, it's not the end of the world if you do, if that makes sense. So I'm guessing it's very heavily on the crime committed or the mystery or the murder or whatever it is that they need to resolve. The issues that need resolving are very heavily the focused rather than the characters' backstories. So for example, Robert Galbraith, you need to read the first one before you can read the 3rd and 4th, if that makes sense. The lives of Corman and Robin kind of intertwined throughout the books, so you kind of need to read the first one to then follow it on properly. However, that is not what I've been told about this one, so hopefully I'll get to it soon. Next up, we have Another by an author that I've read and really enjoyed, and this is The Girl in Red by Christina Henry. It follows a fairy tale retelling kind of series that she does, but they don't follow on from each other. They're all standalones, but they're all part of the same theme, which is the fairy tale retellings with a twist. And this one is obviously Red Riding Hood. I read one of them earlier on this year. I believe it was Alice, and absolutely loved it. It was a bit graphic in parts, but absolutely loved it last year. Sorry, not this year. Really enjoyed it. So yeah, when I seen this, I was like, I'm gonna have to pick it up, because I thought, you know what? Fairy tale retellings, 99% of the time, are a win regardless. You'll always find a fairy tale retelling that you like. It's very rare that you don't. So this is kind of like a grown-up twisted tale. So I'm very interested to see what The Girl in Red, kind of what path that goes down. So I haven't read the blurb, I just knew that I had to pick it up, along with this one which I picked up secondhand, which is Lost Boy, which is a Peter Pan and Neverland retelling. So yeah, I've heard the backstory for this, as in the traditional tale. I've heard mixed things, and the main thing I've heard about this one is that the main sort of fable is that he is between worlds helping children who die to kind of like pass on kind of thing. So I'm hoping it doesn't follow down that route, because that would be very twisted and very sad. But yes, I have these two. And the last one for this haul is a one that I was probably the most excited about after reading the first in the series at the start of the year, and that is A Closed and Common Orbit by Becky Chambers. The first one being The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet. Absolutely loved it. That one has actually been mentioned in a wrap-up video, so I will put the link up there or in the comments. Loved it. So I haven't even looked at the back of this one. All I know is that it follows different characters in the same universe, probably people we've never met, so probably following a similar sort of journey. That's all I needed to know. I was sold. So there we have it. That is my book haul for now, because I know I haven't done one in a while. So let me know in the comments down below what you've been buying, what you've been reading. I would love to have a chat with you all. If you open up that description as well, you will find a link to all of my social medias, including my Goodreads. Go add me as a friend on there. I'm trying to use that more. My Twitter and Instagram down there as well. Leave me a little comment, let me know what you've been reading. And if you click that little subscribe button, you will obviously see my videos come up in your subscription box. If you click the little bell next to it, however, you'll be notified every time I post, which is few and far between these days. So let me know in the comments down below what you've been buying and reading, and I shall chat to you there. Bye!